Computer architecture. We already know the components of a computer, which are processor, memory, input, and output. We need to know some important terms like bit, which is the smallest unit of memory. That is, in a computer, everything will be stored in zeros or ones. Next is the computer program, which is a collection of instructions that perform a specific task when executed by a computer. Then what is an instruction? It is a single operation or it is an element of an executable computer program which has only one operation. That is known as an instruction. Next is the data. It is a set of values which is fed into the computer to be processed through the instructions. Next, we move to what is meant by computer architecture. It is generally a set of rules or methods that describe the functionality, organization, and implementation of computer systems. In other words, it is a specification detailing how a set of software and hardware technology standards interact to form a computer system. That is, it shows the interaction among the computer components. This is a description of how the components are interconnected and how they function together was published by a person named John von Neumann, and so this arrangement was called as von Neumann architecture. This architecture is the basis for the most general purpose computers today. This is the architecture diagram given by von Neumann and it's known as von Neumann architecture. Here the diagram shows the various units which is present inside a central processing unit and how they are linked with the input and output and memory devices is given here. Next we move to the detailed explanation of various components and how they interact with other components and how they work together. First is the central processing unit, which is responsible for executing the instructions of a computer program, and this contains the ALU control unit and variety of registers. First is the arithmetic and logic unit, which carries out the mathematical operations as we already know, and the control unit directs the operation of a processor, that is tells the computer's memory, arithmetic and logic unit, input and output devices how to respond to the instructions that have been sent to the processor. Next is the processor registers, which provide temporary storage for operands and intermediate results in complex calculations. They are memory address register, memory data register, accumulator, program counter, the current instruction register. Memory address register, which contains the address of the memory location currently in use, and next the MDR stores the data currently being transferred to and from the memory or from the memory. An accumulator where the intermediate results are stored. Then next is the program counter, which contains the address of the next instruction to be executed. And then current instruction register reads and stores the current instruction from the memory. That sequence will be explained in the next slide. Next, we need to know one important term called data word. Data is organized into words which may consist of 4 bits, 8 bits, 16 bits, 32 bits, 64 bits based upon the particular architecture, which are treated as a single unit by the computer or hardware. Next, we move to the fetch execution cycle. This is the cycle which shows how the components of a computer interact to execute a single instruction. First, the control unit fetches an instruction from the memory and decodes it, producing an operation code which denotes the operation to be performed. Then the opcode is passed to the ALU, which receives the data from the memory and executes the instruction and stores the result back in the memory. We need to know what is the memory. Memory unit is sometimes referred to as primary or main memory. It consists of a collection of locations, each of which is capable of storing both instructions and data. That is, both instructions and data are stored in the memory. Every location consists of an address which is used to access the location and contents of the location. The instructions or data contents of the location may consist of the instructions or data stored in the location. The internal structure of the memory unit is specified by the number of bits it contains and the number of bits in each word. Then we already know the input and output devices, and next we also should know what is a clock. The execution of instructions is driven by a synchronized by a periodic electrical signal which is generated by a special purpose circuit. This clock ensures that all the parts of the system work in unison. Then another one important term which is called a bus. What is a bus? Data is transmitted from one part of the computer to another by means of bus. There are three types of buses. They are data bus, which carries data among the memory unit, output devices and the processor. Next is the address bus, which carries the address of the data, not the actual data, between memory and processor. Next is the control bus, which carries control commands or the status signals from the CPU and other devices in order to control and coordinate the activities within the computer. Moving to the enhancements, there are various enhancements to this particular architecture given by von Neumann, but the basic architecture of the future computer systems will continue to be based on the architecture proposed by von Neumann for sure. Then the study of computer architecture has three subcategories. First is the instruction set architecture, which is responsible for defining the set of instructions to be supported by the processor. Next is the microarchitecture, which is the electrical circuitry of a computer. Then next is the system design, which is the process of defining the architecture modules, interfaces, and data for a system to satisfy specified requirements. That is, it includes data processing other than the CPU, such as direct memory access, then multiprocessing, virtualization, and other software features that is discussed later.